What's up everyone, it's Colin here. Thanks for tuning in. Today I'm talking about NBA Top Shot. After Friday's AllStar Pack drop, the market has really been going crazy. I think a lot of people expected it to do something that it hasn't done yet. So I want to talk a little bit about this. I haven't really touched on the NFT space at all in my channel yet, but I think that this is something really cool. So let's dive in to Top Shot here and take a look. We'll talk about what's going on with the Top Shot market right now. So on Friday, there was the AllStar Pack drop for NBA Top Shot. It's the pack with all the moments from the NBA All-Star game from a couple weeks ago. I think that there was a lot of hype around this pack drop. Something like 200,000 people were in the lobby for the pack drop, and they only had 35,000 packs. I was lucky enough to get one. But compared to the other recent drops, there was not only a lot of hype, but a lot of expectations in the market for things to fly, for stuff to shoot up, and all that type of stuff, because of the price of this pack drop at $230 versus the other recent ones that have been $9 and $15. So there were a lot of expectations that things would rise. People were selling their recent moments, like the Seeing Stars moments and Rising Stars, in anticipation of these ones. But I think that something about this drop just fell flat to people, that it actually crashed the market more than it did lift it up even more, which I think people were expecting the market to fly after the release of this All-Star Pack. So what we actually saw after the All-Star Packs were dropped was that prices started decently strong on Friday and just trickled down through Friday night, and then all day Saturday, I'm recording this Saturday night, all day Saturday, they've just trickled down even further. Price like this LeBron James we're looking at, it started out around 5,000. You can see the top sale was 15,000, and it's just trickled down from 5,000 all the way down to 3,300 now. I think that we expected these moments to be a little bit hotter, maintain, and even rise in price, but for a few reasons, they just have kind of fallen flat and crashed the market more than people thought they would. And there's probably a few reasons for that, right? The first one is that a lot of these moments from the All-Star game, just like, they aren't as cool as you might think. Maybe it's because it's the All-Star game and there's just like not a lot of competition and people kind of do what they want. There's less hype when you score, a cool dunk like LeBron's doing here, or this turnaround three-pointer from Steph Curry. It's just a little bit less hype when it's in the All-Star game because, it's just an exhibition and there's no real competition to stop them. So this Steph Curry comes out and it's hovering around 2,500, 3,000, and over the last day and a half, it's basically halved in price. For such an expensive pack, when you see some of these moments and you think about how cool they are, and then you realize it's just an all-star game, like they're gonna be doing this anyways. I think that's the hype some people had just kind of fell flat, and they don't see the same kind of value in it, where you look at this moment a few years down the road, you're just like, oh yeah, this is just a cool dunk that Zion scored in an all-star game. Whereas if he scored this dunk in a playoff game, the value of this moment is 4 times this, right? So of course it's a little bit unfair to compare it, but I think that that's a big reason that some of the appeal just wasn't there for people, so that the people who got these moments in packs list them up thinking they're going to go for a lot, and they just kind of fall flat. The other reason that I think that these moments have fallen flat a little bit is just because the pack was so expensive, and a lot more people are constantly getting into NBA Top Shot, that once they pack someone like this LeBron and you see it goes for a few $1,000s, they just sell it right away and take the profits, versus the $9 pack where you get some common moments and you might hold them because you got a few bucks more, like a few $6 moments. You're like, yeah, whatever, I'll hold on to them even though I can make $9 profit here. Someone gets this LeBron and says, I can make $2,500 profit. Yeah, I'm just gonna sell it. And then people start panic selling once they see other people selling, and so on, and all this panic selling just pushes the market down for these moments even more. We've seen this with some other pack drops, but just not to the same degree that we have of these All-Star ones. But I think that the panic selling and profit taking because this pack was expensive is definitely one of the reasons that these have just dropped in price versus holding and shooting up higher, right? So I think that once things shake out a little bit, give it another day or two, the value of some of these moments, I think that this LeBron and the Steph one are probably the best ones. I think that they'll bounce back a little bit because people will see that they are cool, unique, and when you see it go down 50% in price, people are going to start thinking, wait, there's probably an opportunity to buy here, right? So I think that we can expect to see that. If we look at some other recent drops, you'll see, like, I have this DeAndre Hunter, right? This same amount of circulation, this Rising Stars drop. The graph here, he comes out, boom, a day, 2 days later, he's just plummeted in price. Not quite 50%, but 25% down in price, bounces right back up, and then kind of hovers around. I have Steph Curry pulled up. You can see this graph, just straight downtrend. This one of LeBron's moment, straight down. This one is Luka, also just straight down. So I think that we could be in a little bit of this downtrend for some of these all-star moments where they might bounce back a little bit. I don't know if we'll ever see them get to the same price they were when they initially dropped, just because at that initial drop time, there's just too much uncertainty. People don't know the actual demand for these moments. But I think that we could see a similar trend like this Rising Stars, and we've seen with a few others. If you look at this Curry, this Series 1, it's actually a very opposite graph, so it's not the most promising. You see it come down, but every time that it has dipped, it bounces back. It'll dip again, but I think that that's a sign that, keep going to that tab. I think that's a sign that we see these all-star moments dropping significantly in price on that opening weekend of them. They'll come back a little bit, right? I think that the story of this is that if you have one of these all-star moments, if you're happy with your profit, take your profit and walk away. You paid $230 for the pack, and you can sell this Luka for $1,500. Yeah, I mean, having $1,250 profit is nice. But if you don't need that right now, and you see the potential for a bounce back in the market, and that this is a rare card, and that this is a very unique play on most of these cards. Like, you're not going to see Steph Curry shooting this shot in any game this year. Then hold on to it. Expect it to bounce back. It probably will sometime by the end of the next week. That's what I'm anticipating. But either way, I would say sell if you want to take the profit. I don't blame you. I'm probably going to be holding mine. I have it listed at 3,000 right now. I'd love to get 3,000, but at the same time, I'm going to see where this goes over the next week, and hopefully it bounces back. That's what I'm expecting it to do. So either way, let me know if you got in on this pack drop, and let me know what you got if you did. Comment your thoughts down below. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next time.